Welcome to Aura by Vibes Lifestyle, inspired living, inspiring you to amplify your aura. Thank you for being here. Adrenal fatigue is a term that has become widely used in discussions around stress, energy levels, and chronic health complaints. Though it's a popular concept, there is significant debate within the medical community about whether it is a legitimate clinical condition or a broad, sometimes misleading diagnosis. Let's explore what adrenal fatigue is, its proposed causes, and how it differs from recognized medical conditions, as well as steps to manage stress and support overall health. Before diving into adrenal fatigue, it's important to understand the role of the adrenal glands in the body. These are small, triangular-shaped glands located on top of the kidneys. They are responsible for producing several vital hormones, including cortisol, adrenaline, and aldosterone. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, is particularly important because it helps the body respond to stress, regulates metabolism, and maintains blood pressure, as well as blood sugar levels. Adrenal fatigue is often described as a collection of symptoms that occur when the adrenal glands become overworked or burned out due to prolonged stress. Proponents of the condition suggest that long-term exposure to chronic stress or physical trauma leads to an imbalance in hormone production, particularly a drop in cortisol levels, resulting in symptoms like extreme fatigue, especially after waking up, difficulty getting out of bed, trouble handling stress, weight gain or difficulty losing weight, sleep disturbances, decreased libido, brain fog or difficulty concentrating, and cravings for salty or sugary foods. Now, here's the controversy. Is adrenal fatigue a real medical condition? Despite the widespread use of the term, adrenal fatigue is not recognized as an official diagnosis in mainstream medicine. The concept was popularized by alternative medicine practitioners, notably Dr. James Wilson, who first coined the term in the early 2000s. However, traditional medical practitioners argue that there is no definitive test or scientific evidence to support the idea that the adrenal glands can burn out or become fatigued in the way the term suggests. Instead, what may actually be happening is that individuals are experiencing symptoms related to other health issues, such as chronic stress. Ongoing emotional, physical, or psychological stress can lead to symptoms like fatigue, anxiety, and poor sleep. This constant stress response may affect hormone production, but it does not necessarily mean the adrenal glands have malfunctioned. Hypothyroidism. Low thyroid function can mimic many of the symptoms attributed to adrenal fatigue, such as tiredness, weight gain, and brain fog. Depression or anxiety disorders. These mental health conditions can cause feelings of extreme fatigue, low energy, and difficulty concentrating. Sleep disorders. Conditions like sleep apnea or insomnia often result in persistent tiredness and cognitive issues. It's crucial to distinguish between adrenal fatigue and adrenal insufficiency, also known as Addison's disease, a medically recognized condition. In adrenal insufficiency, the adrenal glands do not produce sufficient amounts of cortisol due to an underlying disease or disorder, such as an autoimmune destruction of the adrenal glands. This is a serious medical condition that requires proper diagnosis and treatment, often with hormone replacement therapy. Adrenal fatigue, on the other hand, is not linked to any measurable dysfunction of the adrenal glands themselves, and cortisol levels may remain within normal ranges despite symptoms of fatigue and stress. What causes symptoms similar to adrenal fatigue? Several factors contribute to symptoms commonly associated with adrenal fatigue. Some of the most common include chronic stress. Prolonged exposure to stress can lead to increased cortisol production. While cortisol is necessary for the body's stress response, chronic elevations can have detrimental effects on health, including disrupting sleep, lowering immune function, and causing irritability and fatigue. Poor diet. A diet in high processed foods, sugar, and caffeine can exacerbate fatigue. Nutrient deficiencies, such as low levels of B vitamins, vitamin D, or magnesium, can also lead to tiredness and low energy levels. Sleep deprivation. A chronic lack of sleep, whether due to lifestyle choices or conditions like insomnia, directly impacts energy levels, mental clarity, and mood. It also affects cortisol production, contributing to the cycle of fatigue. Sedentary lifestyle. Physical inactivity can exacerbate fatigue and increase feelings of sluggishness, making it harder to manage stress effectively. Underlying health conditions. As mentioned, conditions like hypothyroidism, anemia, and depression can all mimic the symptoms attributed to adrenal fatigue. Here's how to manage symptoms and improve your energy levels. While adrenal fatigue is not a recognized condition, many of the symptoms associated with it can be addressed through lifestyle changes, better stress management, and a focus on overall health. Here are some practical tips for improving energy levels and reducing stress. 1. Prioritize sleep. Establish a consistent sleep routine, aiming for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Consider strategies such as limiting screen time before bed, creating a relaxing bedtime rituals, optimizing your sleep environment, doing things like incorporating lavender, essential oils, or chamomile tea. 2. Manage stress. Incorporate stress-relieving practices, meditation, deep breathing exercises, journaling. Reducing stress can help lower cortisol levels and improve overall well-being. 3. Adopt a healthy diet. Focus on a well-rounded diet rich in whole foods, including fruits, vegetables, proteins, and healthy fats. Reducing your intake of processed foods, caffeine, and sugar can also help regulate energy levels throughout the day. 4. Exercise regularly. Moderate exercise, such as walking, swimming, or cycling, can boost energy levels, improve mood, and regulate stress hormones. However, be mindful not to over-exercise, as extreme physical activity can sometimes exacerbate fatigue. 5. Support mental health. If you are experiencing anxiety, depression, or other mental health concerns, seeking professional help can be crucial in addressing the root cause of fatigue and other symptoms. 6. Check for underlying conditions. If you continue to experience extreme fatigue despite making lifestyle changes, it may be worthwhile to consult with a healthcare provider to rule out medical conditions like hypothyroidism, anemia, or other hormonal imbalances. While adrenal fatigue as a diagnosis is not universally accepted in the medical community, the symptoms associated with it are very real for many people. Chronic stress, poor diet, lack of sleep, and underlying health conditions can all contribute to feelings of exhaustion and burnout. By addressing the root causes and adopting a healthier lifestyle, we can regain our energy levels and improve the quality of life without resorting to unproven treatments. If fatigue persists, however, seeking guidance from a healthcare provider is essential, and you should never take anything as medical advice, even this that I'm saying right now. I am not giving any type of medical advice. I am simply sharing information, and you should always seek advice and guidance from a professional practitioner. Your health is absolutely your greatest wealth. Stay inspired.